Alright, hey everyone, and welcome to Top 5 Fastest Speedsters in the Flash TV show. And before we get started with the list, I would just like to name an honorable mention, which would be Trajectory, because as most of us know, in Season 2, Trajectory OD'd on Velocity 9, I think it was, and ended up just turning into dust because she went too fast and died from ODing from Velocity 9. But besides that, let's get the list started off with number 5, which is Kid Flash. Now, I know this might be a surprise for most people considering that Wally West in the comics and even in the TV show, they say that he has the potential to be the fastest, but in the comics he is the fastest Flash, more or less. But as of right now in the show, which is season 3, about halfway through the season, Kid Flash is not as fast as all the other speedsters in the show. I mean, in the last episode, they showed a race between Barry, the Flash, and Kid Flash. And it was just like kind of like a fun training sort of race. So Barry could show Wally some tips and tricks. And how it was at the very end of the race, Flash and Kid Flash were neck and neck. And then Barry phased through a building to get to the finish line. Now, you can't really use that as a way to like calculate how fast the Flash and Kid Flash are, because I'm pretty sure that Barry is just kind of testing Wally. I don't think he's going to his full potential max speed, because during the race he was laughing. It was like good sportsmanship. So I don't think that Barry would be going all out trying to beat Kid Flash when he's really working on training him and kind of building his confidence, if that makes sense. So that's why Kid Flash is number 5. And I know you're thinking that he's probably faster than most speedsters. I did put him as he is faster than, he is most likely faster than Jesse Quick. I could almost guarantee that. Jay Garrick, he's much faster. Jay Garrick's always one of the slower flashes, no matter where you are. And yeah, so that's basically it for number 5, Kid Flash. And now to number 4, it would have to be the Reverse Flash. Now, the Reverse Flash is kind of, I don't want to say a wild card, but it's kind of weird to be in number 4, because a lot of people would say that, oh, the Reverse Flash was in season 1. He was the villain in season 1, and Barry's gotten exponentially faster since then. And if Kid Flash could be on par, quote unquote, with Barry, it seems like in these season 3 episodes, wouldn't Kid Flash be one up? He'd be one above the Reverse Flash, or maybe even 2. Not really, because even in the end of season 1, in the finale episode, you saw that when Barry came back from the past, when he broke into the Reverse Flash's time capsule, they got in a quick little skirmish, I guess you could say, where the Reverse Flash and Barry got in a fight, and the fight was just so one-sided in the Reverse Flash's way. He was just so much faster than Barry that the fight was over in like the matter of seconds. He was about to kill him. But the only reason that why the Reverse Flash even died was because Eddie sacrificed himself to kill himself, because he knew that Barry had no chance of beating the Reverse Flash in a one-on-one. He was about to kill him, then he was going to kill everybody. So Eddie pretty much just made the ultimate sacrifice, which just erased the Reverse Flash from the Flash. But not in, I believe he's in DC Legends of Tomorrow, but I don't really watch DC Legends of Tomorrow. I'm probably going to start watching it this week, but this is just the Flash. This is Speedsters in the Flash. This has nothing to do with any of the other Arrowverse TV shows. And now to get on to number 3, it would be Zoom. Now, I know a lot of people are surprised to see Zoom in here, like at number 3, and not at number 2 or maybe even number 1. But when you think about it, Zoom was incredibly fast. Like at the beginning of season 2, I think it was around maybe like episode 7, where Zoom came in and just destroyed Barry in a 1v1, like embarrassed him. Even caught his lightning, threw it back at him, just completely made a fool of him in front of the entire Central City, put him on the news, completely exposed his ass. So you would imagine that Zoom would be higher up, because he's just such like, they played him off as like such a insane badass character that like no one could top him. But that's not true because at the end of the season 2, Barry actually ended up being faster than Zoom when he had the tachyon device on him, or at least around the same part him. But by the end of the season, when the finale came, he wasn't fast enough to beat Zoom in a race, or at least catch up to him. He was pretty close, so he had to get a time remnant to beat him. But he still ended up beating Zoom, if you guys remember, on the one-on-one fist fight, which I know a lot of you guys are thinking that has nothing to do with speed, really, but it really does, because when they're fighting, it's just like really slowed down for us, as we see in the TV show, obviously. But that has so much to do with speed, because if Barry wasn't faster or up to par, like the same as him, at the end of season 2, he wouldn't stand a chance against a fist fight with Zoom, which obviously he won the fist fight, and then he didn't kill him, but obviously the time race finished Zoom off. And now on to number 2, which is the Flash, aka Barry Allen. Now, this isn't, as I said earlier in the video, if I didn't say it, I apologize. This is like not based off potential. This is based off where they are in the show right now, or where they died in the show. So the Reverse Flash died at the end of season 1, but I'm sure if he would have still been alive and been training, he'd be just as fast, if not faster than Barry. But this is either where they died or where they are in the show right now, about halfway through season 3. So the Flash is a number 2 because he's kind of like this Goku, if any of you guys have seen Dragon Ball Z. He always rises to the occasion, no matter, his bar is limitless, if that makes sense, but he can't always, how do I say it? He can't always pass the bar whenever he wants to. He kind of needs to, when it's necessary, when push comes to shove, when he has to do it, when it's a do or die moment, he will always come through. Like, he will never, I don't want to say never, obviously, because he wasn't able to save Iris in the future when he saw the future, but he will always rise to the occasion. He will always be fast enough at the end of the season or whenever it's needed. And he was fast enough to beat Zoom, and Zoom was faster than the Reverse Flash, because Zoom's fight with Barry was much more of a slaughter than Reverse Flash with Barry. Barry was at least able to put up somewhat of a fight with the Reverse Flash. He wasn't getting his ass beat completely, got his ass handed to him. But with Zoom, there was just nothing he could do. Like, he just utterly destroyed him. So Zoom is faster than the Reverse Flash, and then the Reverse Flash is faster than Kid Flash, and Flash ended up being just as fast, if not faster than Zoom at this point of the show, because he's been practicing. Halfway through season 3, he is most likely faster than Zoom. I'm pretty sure if Barry and Zoom got into a one-on-one right now, it would be an amazing fight, no doubt. I'm pretty sure there would be no, I'm pretty sure Barry wouldn't destroy Zoom like Zoom destroyed him at the beginning of season 2, but I'm fairly confident that he'd beat Zoom in an extended fight. And now on to number 1, which is Savitar. I'm pretty sure this is no shock to anybody, because Savitar is just so much higher than Wally West, Jay Garrick, Flash, all the speedsters. He's just crazy quick. You even saw it in the little mini map that Cisco has at Star Labs, how Savitar was going so fast, it was like he was teleporting. Like, they couldn't even, the little red dot, it was teleporting all across the map. They couldn't even see where he was going. Barry didn't even know what was happening. He is so fast that normal humans or non-speedsters, because metahumans can't even see him, non-speedsters can't even see him. So the only characters that have seen Savitar, actually seen what he looks like, are Wally, Jay Garrick, and the Flash. Because even though Caitlin or Killer Frost saw him, quote unquote, she didn't really see him, but she froze him. And Cisco saw him, quote unquote. They never actually saw him because they were invisible in their eyes. They just knew that he was there. So that pretty much sums up why Savitar is just way faster. I honestly, the only way I could see Savitar losing and like actually end up dying. Like I don't know how they're gonna beat Savitar at the end of this. Either Wally or Barry's gonna have to like do some like amazing jump in power to beat Savitar by the end of the season. Because as it is right now, Savitar is just so much ahead of Flash, Zoom, Reverse Flash, Kid Flash, Jay Garrick, everybody. He's just so much faster than everybody that I just can't see how they could possibly beat him. But the one thing that is a weakness about Savitar, he doesn't really have a direct connection to the Speed Force. That's why he's able to be trapped in it and he can't really get out. His speed's kind of like, I don't want to say fake, quote unquote, but it's kind of hard to explain. But he doesn't really have a direct connection to the Speed Force. That's why he's able to be locked up in there, in the Philosopher's Stone, obviously. But he's able to be trapped in the Speed Force. And yeah, that pretty much sums up my top 5 lists as of season 3. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and even a comment to let me know how I did, or even any suggestions for any future videos. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys later in the next video.